Welcome to the Levine Children's Hospital Emergency Department. We are the region's first 24-hour, 7-day-a-week dedicated pediatric emergency department staffed with board-certified emergency medicine physicians. All of our staff are trained specially around the pediatric patient and the conditions that pediatric patients have. The entire department was designed with children in mind. From our waiting room and the technology we have there to the colors and lights and the way we lay out our space was all designed around treating children with emergency conditions. We are the region's only pediatric designated level 2 trauma center, which means we take the most critically ill and injured patients to our facility. On our staff here in the Pediatric Emergency Department are child life specialists, and their role is to really bridge the clinical care in a way that children can understand. Bill LaMountain, our nurse manager here in the Pediatric Emergency Department, can share more about their specific role and what they do for our patients every day.
Child life plays a really important part in our department because they help bridge the education gap between the clinical side of things as well to the parents and to the siblings and the child themselves. Child life will help the patients as well as the family with lots of equipment. They have iPads and they have books with pictures in it, so it shows the equipment that the children may encounter during their stay. Child life also helps the anxiety of the patients as well as their siblings and their family members while they're here. The funding that the child life receives is very important to keep them part of our department.
Another part of our team that is made possible by your contributions is the Med Center Air helicopter and flight service. This team of specially trained individuals transport children from the field or the region to our emergency department for our specialized emergency care.
Oftentimes when Med Center Air brings us patients from the field that are critically ill, we use equipment like this to help us take care of the patients. This here is our up-to-date, most latest and greatest video intubation equipment. This helps the doctors visualize the airway as they're intubating a child to help them breathe easier. This would be one of the ultrasounds that we have with the latest technology. It helps us determine simple things like if there's fluid in the abscess that can be drained, as well as more advanced things as far as a FAST for a trauma patient, which would help us indicate if there's free fluid in the abdomen, which could be life-threatening. This little piece of equipment called the AccuVein has been a lifesaver to our department. It helps the nurses find veins on patients that are a little bit hard, dehydrated, or if they have a little bit of extra tissue on their skin that's hard. The pediatric veins are so much smaller and harder to find at times that this here helps illuminate it.
So on behalf of the emergency department here at Levine Children's Hospital and the physicians and staff that work here, we want to thank you for all that you do to help us each and every year. Your donations help fund some critical equipment for our department, and we couldn't do what we do without you.
Thank you.
RE/MAX Executive has been a proud sponsor of Children's Miracle Network and a participant in the Miracle Office program since 2005, which means every associate in our company contributes to this great cause.
Since 1983, Children's Miracle Network has raised more than $5 billion for 170 children's hospitals across the United States and Canada. RE/MAX has been a proud supporter of Children's Miracle Network since 1992. Thanks to the collective efforts of tens of thousands of RE/MAX associates who participate in the Miracle Home program by making donations with each real estate transaction, RE/MAX has raised over $130 million for kids across North America.
What we like about Children's Miracle Network is the fact that money stays local. That means 100% of the charity funds contributed go to our local Levine Children's Hospital. We have raised over $700,000 since 2006. Last year, we celebrated our 10th CMN golf tournament. We look forward to keeping this great tradition going and hosting another successful tournament this fall. You don't have to be a golfer to be involved in this movement. You can make a donation today by going to www.linkupforkids.com. Thank you for your continued support.